Have you ever heard a sound that feels, I don't know, both ancient and totally brand new at the same time? A sound that somehow connects the raw power of heavy metal with traditions that are literally centuries old. Well, get ready, because we're going to dive into the incredible story of the Who.
This right here, this is the central question. How on earth did a band from the Mongolian steppe, using instruments and vocal techniques from a completely different world, become a global rock phenomenon? So we're going to break down exactly how they pulled it off.
So where did this all start? Well, it wasn't with some huge record label or a massive marketing campaign. Nope, it started with a viral explosion, a sound so raw and so unique that the internet just had to stop and listen. The very first thing people saw were these unbelievable visuals. I mean, forget your standard rock video. This was something else entirely. You've got these vast, rugged landscapes, motorcycles, and musicians who look like modern-day nomadic warriors, mixing traditional leather and furs with this cool biker vibe. It was so striking, it just made everyone ask, what is this? And then you heard the sound. It was this deep, powerful, almost primal rumble. It didn't sound like anything else out there. The description is perfect. It was like the earth itself was singing. And that was the world's introduction to the Who. What they were hearing was a genre the band created themselves, Hunnu Rock. It's named after the Hunnu, an ancient empire that existed more than 2,000 years ago in Mongolia. So right from the get-go, they're tying their modern sound directly to their ancient heritage. Okay, so to really get Hunnu Rock, we have to break down that incredible vocal sound. It's the absolute core of their identity, and it comes from a tradition that's both deeply spiritual and ancient. The technique is called khomei. You might know it as Mongolian throat singing. Now, how does it even work? A single singer manipulates their vocal cords to create this low, fundamental drone, and at the exact same time, they create a high, whistling overtone. They're literally singing a chord with one voice. It's an absolutely mind-blowing skill. And this is where their genius really shines. Traditionally, khomei was used to mimic the sounds of nature. You know, the wind howling through a valley, a river running over stones. It was very spiritual. The Who, they heard that sound and realized it had the same raw, vibrating power as a distorted heavy metal vocal. They didn't just copy the tradition, they totally reimagined it for rock and roll. Okay, so you've got these incredible ancient vocals. But what about the rock part of Hunnu Rock? Well, they don't just plug in a regular guitar. Their weapons of choice are entirely traditional, and how they use them is just as innovative as their singing. All right, these are their main tools. The Morin Khuur, also known as the horsehead fiddle, the Tovshuur, which is a traditional lute, and the Tovshuur, which you might know as a Jew's harp. And each one plays a very specific and very heavy role in their sound. Now, this is what's so brilliant. Just look at the Morin Khuur. Traditionally, it creates these beautiful, soulful melodies, but in the Who's hands, they use it for aggressive, percussive chopping, turning it into a heavy, chugging rhythm guitar. The Tovshuur isn't just some background accompaniment. It becomes the driving bass line, the rhythmic foundation of the whole song. And the Morin Khuur adds this wild, metallic, almost industrial texture. It's a complete reinvention of what these instruments were ever meant to do. With a sound this unique, you can probably guess what happened next. Their rise was, well, it was meteoric. They went from the Mongolian steppe to the global stage and even to a galaxy far, far away in just a couple of years. Their first huge viral hit was Yuve Yuve Yu. The title means something like, how strange, and the song is this powerful call to remember the values of your ancestors and to respect nature. So people weren't just connecting with a cool sound, they were connecting with a powerful universal message. And that message just took them everywhere. After going viral in 2018, all of a sudden they're touring the world. They're collaborating with huge names in Western rock like Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach. And by 2022, they're not just rock stars. They're receiving one of the highest cultural honors in the world from UNESCO. The speed of it all is just staggering. And if you need any more proof of how far they'd come, look no further than this. They were actually asked to create a song for the video game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And get this, they sang it in a unique language they created just for the game, based on Mongolian. It's the perfect testament to how universal their sound had become. This all leads to a final, really crucial point. The Who isn't just a band making awesome music. they've actually become something much, much more important. They're cultural ambassadors on a global scale.
Let's just pause on that for a second. The first ever rock band to receive this honor. This designation puts them in the same category as world-renowned artists and humanitarians. UNESCO is recognizing that their music is a powerful tool for promoting cultural heritage and understanding between people.
And that, right there, is why this all matters so much. Through Hunnu Rock, they've made Mongolian history and traditions cool and exciting for a whole new generation, both in Mongolia and all across the world. They've proven that heritage isn't something you just keep locked away in a museum. It can be a living, breathing, and incredibly loud force in modern culture.
The story of the Hu is just incredible, and it leaves us with this fascinating question, right? By looking deep into the past, they created something completely new. It really makes you wonder, what other ancient voices are out there, just waiting to be remixed into the next global sensation?